Hi everyone, and welcome back in part 2 of this section. Java as a platform. In the last video we mentioned the definition of Java, which is Java is a programming language and a platform, and we discussed why it is considered a programming language, since it is used to make applications, and we explained how it gets the best of both worlds, of compiled and interpreted languages. Okay, but in general, the role of programming language is to be used in writing source code files in this language, and then the compilation or interpretation of that source code file will be held by other programs, either using the compiler or the interpreter. But that's not the case for Java, where we have seen that Java compilation is held using a compiler specific to Java, also called Java compiler, and also the interpretation of the bytecode file that the compiler outputs is also held by Java specific interpreter, which is called Java Virtual Machine, or for short JVM. So since the Java provides those programs, so it is not only a programming language that is used to make applications, but also it is a platform that compiles and runs those applications, where the definition of platform is, it is any hardware or software used to run an application, where we call the operating systems as Windows or Mac a platform, since they are the software that is used to run all applications we use in the computer, as the Internet Explorer or calculator app and so on. And the same for Java platform, it is used to run Java applications, where the Java platform runs on top of other platforms, either Windows or Mac or Android or any other platform, the same as the Microsoft Office application as we mentioned in the last video. And that Java platform acts as a layer between the Java compiled file or bytecode file and the computer operating system or platform, where that Java platform or layer takes care of the translation and chatting between the computer platform or operating system and the Java bytecode file. So the question now is, does the Java platform is the same the Java virtual machine we mentioned in the last video? But no. That's because if you make a closer look at the same of Java virtual machine, it is virtual. So it has no physical existence, so it cannot be installed or uninstalled. But rather than having the Java Virtual Machine or JVM installed, we have something called Java Runtime Environment, or for short JRE. And from its name, it includes the environment that Java program requires as a runtime in order to run, where the term runtime refers to the time of interpreting and running the program. But at runtime, we not only need the Java Virtual Machine, but also we need something called Java Library Files, or also called Java API, which we will learn about later. But all you have to know now is, since at runtime you require both the Java Virtual Machine that acts as an interpreter and also require the library files, so the Java Runtime Environment or JRE is a collection of both JVM and the library files. And unlike JVM, which is virtual, so we cannot install or uninstall, but JRE is physical, means that it is a software that can be downloaded and installed on your system or computer. And now we can consider the Java Runtime Environment or JRE as the Java platform that will be installed on top of other platforms, either Windows or Mac or Android or any other platform, and will be used to run the Java applications on those platforms. But that will be for the clients who will just need to run your program that you have previously compiled into bytecode file. But what about you as a developer? You must at first develop Java source code file and compile it. That means as a developer, you require some Java tools, which are called Java development tools. For example, the Java compiler, which is considered as a tool that compiles the Java source code into Java bytecode file. And for sure at the same time, you as a developer will need the Java runtime environment to run the Java apps you develop in order to test them. So the combination of the Java Runtime Environment and those tools is called Java Development Kit, or for short JDK, which is another version of Java Platform, but for the Java developers. So to summarize, the Java Platform is the environment that can run Java apps, and it has two versions. Depends on if you are the user that will only run Java apps, you will need the Java Runtime Environment, or for short JRE, that will take the already compiled Java file, which also called bytecode file, and run it through the Java Virtual Machine with using the Java library files. But if you are the developer who will first write the Java source code file, then compile it, then run it in order to make testing, you will need, in addition to the Java runtime environment, some tools as the compiler and other tools, where the combination of those is called Java Development Kit or JDK. So we as developers will need the Java Development Kit or JDK in order to write and compile Java apps and make them available to be run. Also, to make the difference between JRE and JDK more clear, let's see an example. Let's consider the source code file with extension to Java as a video file from a camera that needs to be edited and then play it. So we need a video editing software or say platform in order to make editing for that video, where it provides the tools required for video editing. And also that video editing software allows you to play the video after editing it in order to make sure it works properly. So it contains also a video player. And that's what the Java JDK do with the source code file, or file with extension to Java, where it contains the tools for compiling and developing the Java apps, which is also called developing tools. And also it contains what makes the program runs, which is the JRE, which allows the program interpretation through the Java virtual machine with the library files. While on the other hand, for the video file to be played on any other device after editing, it will no longer require the editing tools, but only the video player. And the same for JRE. It will run the already compiled or developed apps using the Java virtual machine and the library files. Okay, so far so good. I know that part of the course may seem boring and hard, but having a background knowledge about basic concepts and expressions around programming in general, and Java in particular, will save you time and effort later. And for the next sections, they will be more interesting, where we will write Java programs. So see you later in the next sections.